It's your time with Kim Iverson. We've been talking about adopting children all hour long, and with us is Michael Franti. You know him. His song is Say Hey, I Love You. That song, something like that. Anyway, he is here to tell us all about the 11th annual A Home for the Holidays special that is airing tomorrow on CBS. Hello, Michael.
Hello.
Michael?
Yes, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
I'm really well, thanks.
Thank you so much for being on the show tonight.
Yeah. I'm thrilled to be here because I'm calling from East Timor, which is about as far away as you could possibly be.
Where in the world is that?
East Timor is an island that is just off the very southern chain of Indonesia. So Indonesia is a big archipelago of islands, and it's kind of like the last island.
Well, I'm certainly glad you're taking the time to call us. I know you're doing a lot of rebuilding and wonderful things out there to help out the people. Your song, Say Hey, I Love You, it's one of my favorite songs. It's just so happy. It's upbeat. When you hear it, you can't help but to just smile. And then, to hear the things that you're doing with your life, all of this, philanthropy work, this is just really incredible. Are you all about just uplifting people and helping people?
Yeah, that's really my goal. When I first started making music, it was 23 years ago when I put out my first record, and I was kind of an angry, political young man. And as I traveled around the world, I realized that really what people need is really simple things. They want to smile, they want to laugh, they want to make sure their kids can be safe going to school. They want to know that they have jobs and beds to go home to, and that kind of brings me to what I wanted to talk about today, which is this show, Home for the Holidays, which is a program that CBS does on December 20th, and it is a program that places adopted kids. And I was somebody who was adopted, and I was really lucky to grow up in a really fantastic home. But today there's 129,000 kids in America who are looking for homes.
Wow! And
the show is a program. Faith Hill, Shakira, Mary J. Blige, myself, and many other artists who are all putting their musical talents together to get the word out about adoption.
About all of these kids. Now, when you say that there are all of these kids who are up for adoption, are these, because I think the traditional thought is that all these babies get snatched up really easily, and the people and the couples are on waiting lists for years. Is that not true?
Yeah, well, in America today we have 129,000 children who are in the foster care system. So some of these kids are infants, and some of them are all the way up to teenagers. And so there's just a lot of kids who kind of fall through the cracks, and they're not kids who have problems or issues. They just somehow weren't able to get placed when they're babies. And so it's both. We need homes for infants as well as for older kids.
Yeah. So now you said you were adopted.
Yeah, I was adopted as a baby. I think I was about 9 months old, and my mother and father who adopted me were Finnish Americans, and they had 3 kids of their own, and then they adopted myself and another black son in 1966. Which is a time of, not a lot of families were forming this kind of multicultural family.
Right.
So we had quite an experiment going on.
Wow. We were talking to Michael Franti. He is the artist that does Say Hey, I Love You. So, Michael, did you find that people were judgmental of you and your family?
Well, it had its own set of difficulties because, just being a multicultural family in that time, during the 60s, was during the Civil Rights Movement and all that, it was we got some looks and comments, but my mother always wanted to make sure that all of her kids, all 5 of us, had wings that we could fly with when we left the house. Mm-hmm. And so that's what she did. She just encouraged us to always be good to other people, to laugh in difficult times, to work really hard at everything that we tried, and in doing that, that's the way that we would, earn the respect of other people who might look at us funny, and it worked, and that's was the start of me doing the work that I do in the world with my music.
Right. Now, I know a lot of people who've been adopted, and I find that they have this real strong urge to have children of their own, biological children of their own, so that they can know someone they are biologically related to. And then some who have been adopted feel the need to adopt others because they were given that same blessing. How do you feel about that?
Well, I have two sons of my own, and they're both really fantastic kids. And I do remember that feeling of wanting them to know their ancestry. So when I had my first son, after we conceived him, I went and found my birth parents.
Wow.
And I actually searched for 2 years. I didn't find him until my son was about 18 months old.
Yeah.
But I searched for 2 years and met my mother, my father, my grandmother.
Well, that is great. That is really great. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story.
You're welcome.
And thank you so much for sharing your music. Your music really is uplifting and wonderful, and I do enjoy it. So thank you, Michael. And thank you so much from all of us for all of the wonderful work you are doing in the world. We need way more people like you.
We appreciate it. Thanks for helping us get the word out.
Michael Franti, he is promoting this 11th annual A Home for the Holidays special that benefits children who are needing to be adopted. That airs tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on CBS.